Hello, everybody. Hello, YouTube. Hello, art history enthusiasts and visual culture aficionados. It's me again, Miss M, and I am back. Hello again. And I've been, let's see, it's been oh Lord, wait a minute. How long has it been? How long has it been? How long have I been up to my armpits in bullshit? Yes, 2 weeks since my coffee break video about the monsters. So y'all, once again, I've missed making these videos. I need to, do something. I need to, figure out a way to, I don't know, schedule my time better or something. I've been, I always say I'm busy, and I always am busy, but this last couple of weeks has been a damn mess. But I'm back, you guys. I'm back, and I'm so happy to be back. Today I'm going to do... Oh, Lord, what the hell is this? You awful fucking machine. Ooh. Excuse me. Sorry. See the kind of shit that happens to me? Did you see that shit? I am so sorry about that. I didn't expect that. I did not. I sure didn't. And I apologize for it. And you know I do all of this in one take, so to speak. So I don't. No, where should I throw some shade? Should I throw some goddamn shade today? Because I was just busy living my life and working and doing all my shit. And I got a comment like 7 days ago, let's say, and some shithead, okay, came up in the comments for this video here, Understanding the Shining, a video, so my intro video for the Shining series, okay? And somebody just didn't like that I take my sweet time to say what I want to say, and I still have the comments in my emails. Where is it? Top comments, new comments. So the person who said it is not here. It says 11 comments. There's not 11 comments here. So YouTube does it. It was basically a hate comment, or maybe not so much hate, but just somebody who was really annoyed that I was, doing this shit my way. All right. And talking it through. And they said something like, oh, for God's sake, can you I love The Shining, but this is ridiculous. Prepare a script next time because this is a waste of time or whatever. And I'm not going to say the person's name, the channel's name or whatever. But I saw it, and if you're listening, asshole, yeah, go take a jump in the lake. That's how I fucking feel. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch later. Nobody's going to miss you. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. Motherfucker. Shout out to Samuel L. Jackson. Yeah. Ooh, you son of a bitch. Don't come up on here and give me ugly comments. You could just keep your thoughts to yourself and not watch any more of my videos. That's an option, isn't it? Isn't it? Or do you think that people give a shit what you have to say? If you think people should give a shit what you have to say, make your own goddamn videos. So there, that's how I feel. Later I'll tell you how I really feel about that. But for now, son of a bitch. The nerve of some people. And thank goodness I'm monetized. I mean, if I ever get monetized, I don't know if I'll be able to cuss people out like that again. But you know what? It's my channel. Don't be coming onto my channel with these ugly, ugly comments and expect for me to not react the way I just reacted. Don't do that. That's stupid. Don't be stupid. I didn't hurt anybody. I'm just making my ridiculous little video. I know they're ridiculous. I know a 2-hour video about, what was the last one? Shit. Yeah, the Understanding the Shining Part 7. It's doing actually pretty well, for my channel. Yeah, it's 2 hours. That's 2 hours that you choose to spend the way you choose to spend it. If you want to watch my video or listen to it as background noise when you're washing dishes or folding laundry or what, that is your choice. And if you do, oh, by the way, since we're on this subject, I'm going to get right to the church announcements after that cuss out. Returning viewers, thank you for returning. Subscribers, thank you for subscribing. New viewers, thank you for being new. Those of you who don't like the video, get out. Okay, there. Now you know how I feel. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share the video, if you know somebody who might like this crazy nonsense of mine, that would really help me out, and I would appreciate it so much. By the way, look at my numbers. I'm at 110 now, and all of you who have subscribed, period, if you've subscribed recently or, when I first got started back in February, thank you. I appreciate that so much. What that means to me is that, like, I am reaching somebody, and somebody does find a little bit of value in what I'm doing. I know I'm not perfect. Oh, I sure do. I sure do know I'm not perfect. But this is my way of doing The Shining. This is my way of talking about art and film and culture. And I know this is a niche channel for the niche audience. I know that. I am not trying to become like a 5 million subscriber count channel. That's never going to happen for me. And that's okay. That's perfectly fine. I'm just having a great time. And I hope you guys are enjoying this at least somewhat. I know that my ideas, maybe some of them are not 100% brand new. Like, I know there's probably other people who have thought the same thoughts as me, but that's okay. This is not a fucking race. It's not a competition. There's no trophy. There's no award. There's no nothing. We're just here like bullshitting, we're a couple of friends having a cup of coffee. I know it's a one-sided conversation. That's why I do the viewer mail. I might do a viewer mail in a couple of days. We'll see what my schedule will allow. Right now I got like dishes and laundry and a whole bunch of stuff running at the same time while I'm making this video. And plus I work, and plus I got other shit to do. Please, 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 please. But anyways, yeah, returning viewers, thank you. New viewers, thank you. Subscribers, thank you. And yeah, I'm going to do a paid promotion today. Well, paid. Paid my ass. Am I going to get any money for this? Probably not, because, that's just the name of the... Yeah, but I'm going to try anyway. So I've found a couple of books here on Amazon that I think if you're enjoying this Shining analysis or the today Kill Bill analysis, and for in the future Full Metal Jacket, and maybe even like Silence of the Lambs, I don't know. If you're enjoying that kind of thing, you might enjoy this film noir book. All right, hardcover. It's not too much money, but it seems like an interesting book, right? It seems like if you're a film person, if you're into film noir, especially, look at these gorgeous shots. And look, I didn't know that Sunset Boulevard was film noir, but I guess it is. So if you're into this, definitely a cute book to check out, right? Not too much money. They've got new, used, collectible. Yes, of course, this is Amazon. We know what they do. This one is so much fun. Horror cinema, yes. And it's my favorite, Jürgen Mueller, the editor, right? Again, not a huge amount of money, but it might very well be like worth it. Look at the best scary movies of all time. And this, yes, it's a Taschen book, so, keep that in mind. Oh, That House from Psycho, yep. Look at them, yeah. It is spooky season, but it for me is always spooky season. There's always something to be scared of. All right, and this Freddy person, my goodness. I Walked with a Zombie. I gotta see that movie. This is Carrie, yeah. And well, what do you know? It's like the universe is. This is what Carl Jung would call synchronicity. It's like the universe is letting me know I'm where I should be right now. The Shining. Hello, 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 The Shining. So that's another one, horror cinema. And the last but not least, I decided to do 3 today. 100 all-time favorite movies, another Taschen book. A little bit more expensive. The new version is about $105. Again, edited by our buddy here, Jürgen. So there's the photo of the cover. There's a photo of one of the inside, Metropolis, another movie I should maybe try to comment on in some way, shape, or form. We shall see. So, people, if you like any of these books, go on ahead and click the link. Check it out. It would help me out. I would make a couple of cents on these books. I don't know, like Jack. A little more than Jack. Jack 50, Jack 99. But that's not the point. I'm trying to put you in touch with some stuff that you might enjoy if you're into my videos. So anyway, what I'm going to do today, let me forget about this fool, get the fuck on. buddy boy. Um, Let me just get into what we're doing today, the purpose of this video. Today is what I gonna do. Hold on. Yeah, it's a continuation. I'm doing Kill Bill analysis of the volume 1 introduction, and I did last time introduction to the story of the bride, right? That's one of her names, the bride. And we did the intro last time with her, Bill, um, busting a cap in her crown, right? That one little scene, that one little snippet from the massacre at Two Pines, and she says, "Bill, it's your baby," and then he kaboom, and right upside her head, and then we cut to like that beautiful like sad song, "My Baby Shot Me Down," and we see the silhouette of beautiful Uma Thurman's face in the, I guess, whatever part of the hospital they keep the patients who are in a coma. And I told you it reminded me of that Renaissance painting by, I forget who. that now you know where my brain is at. But if you look at the other video, you'll very quickly be reminded of what I said, even if I can't be. And it's about death. The Uma Thurman's character goes through death a couple of times in this movie. And is it a real death? No, it's a symbolic death. But she has to go through all these stages and phases to do that. She has to die and be reborn, resurrected, if you will, a couple of times in the movie. And this is the first one. This in the hospital and being in a coma and everything for, like I said, I think I said in the other video, 4 years. That's the first death. All right. And right after that shot of, the song in the beginning and the credits, and her silhouette lying down in the hospital, that's a very claustrophobic kind of silhouette, and it looks like she's in a very enclosed space, even though she's not. She's in a hospital room. It looks like she's in a tomb or in a coffin, which foreshadowing she will be, right? I'm not even worried about spoiling the movie. If you're here, you've already seen it. If you're watching this video, you've already seen that movie. I can't spoil a damn thing for you. You already know what happens. So let me get on with this. Hold on. Let me try to avoid copyright malarkey. So this is a black screen. So we're doing chapter 1, which is titled 2, and the number 2 is circled. So we know about, again, if you have watched this movie, which you probably have, if you're here, you know about Beatrix's, Uma Thurman's character's, kill list. And like, what is the order of the kill list? Well, they're letting you know this one is number 2. All right. This one is number 2. It's not number 1. She already got through killing number 1. Right? This is chapter 1, 2. But we're going to see the first person she kills, I think, in chapter 2. If I'm not mistaken. I hope I'm not mistaken. I'm going to have to maybe take a little coffee break and check on that, like the Wiki Fandom website that I put as a link in the first Kill Bill video, to see the chapters and the chapter titles. But who is she like gonna deal with in chapter 1? That's where she deals with number 2 circled. Well, hold up. It's fading out. I'm not gonna get a copyright strike. I know I am not. No, I am not. Okay, here we are. So we're in Pasadena, California. Okay, cool. And we already see the color here that we're dealing with in this part of the movie, chapter 1. Okay. And then we get before I get ahead of myself. Well, look it. So we got this house here in beautiful suburban Pasadena. This is not even the nice part of Pasadena, you guys. I don't know how many of you are from California. I don't know how many of you that are watching or listening are from Los Angeles County, California. I am from Los Angeles County. I know it quite well. And I've born and raised here my whole damn life. And again, I know a lot of you are just not from California. Maybe you're not even from the United States. And that's beautiful. If you're not from the United States and you're watching this video, any of my videos, thank you. I appreciate it so much. So, suburban Los Angeles. All right. And there's Los Angeles County, which is huge. Huge. And then there's the individuals, like little towns and, well, cities. Yeah, I guess cities that are contained within Los Angeles County. But each of those cities is also considered part of the city of Los Angeles. It is so weird. I don't know if they do it this way anywhere else in America or on planet Earth. All I know is that they do it this way in Los Angeles. I don't know their rationale, but, whatever. So Pasadena. Guess who's from Pasadena? Van Halen. The marvelous band. Rest in peace, Eddie Van Halen. Who else is from Pasadena? The little old lady from Pasadena is from Pasadena. Her. The Rose Bowl. Is it the Rose Bowl? Oh no, is it the Rose Parade? That happens in Pasadena every year if you watch that on TV. I don't know why you would. It just looks terribly boring to me. That happens. I think they do that on New Year's Day. But if you go to Pasadena, you can smell the money, more or less, when you go there. And Pasadena is an old money kind of place in Los Angeles County. There's Pasadena, there's Altadena, now you see Dena. I don't know what that means, but Altadena, Pasadena. The late, great Julia Child, she was from Pasadena. She's from Old Money. I don't know if you knew that, but now you do. So there's a reason why Quentin and Uma, I think they both wrote this movie together. I think there's a reason they chose Pasadena. It is where the old money came from, like in the 20s and 30s. And maybe like even at a time in history like where film was like in its infancy. The art of making movies was in its infancy. Like that's where a lot of the money came from. The Norton Simon is in Pasadena, a pretty good art museum that I've been to quite a few times. Yeah. So Pasadena is far the hell away from everything. If you live in, again, you would know this if you were from Los Angeles. If you live in like a beach city, right, on the coast. If you live in Redondo or Manhattan Beach or whatever, and like you want to visit Pasadena for whatever reason, that's gonna take you a while to get there. It's gonna take you a long freaking time to drive from anywhere on the coast in like the Bay, South Bay area, to get to freaking Pasadena. Even the Van Halen brothers, like Eddie and Alex, when they were kids, and like I said, they were born and raised, I think, in Pasadena. There's stories about them like talking about how they were taking their music lessons. Their parents had them take music lessons from some old guy, back in the day, who lived in San Pedro, and they hated the commute. And why did they hate the commute? Because the freeway back then wasn't what it is now, and it took even longer to get to and from, like, San Pedro and Pasadena. So that's how far away it is. Like, it's like far, far, far away from David Lee Roth. I think he's from there too. And it's just like a different world out there. It's beautiful. It's very pretty. But I'm sure there are places in Pasadena that look like this, but this isn't the Pasadena that I'm familiar with because I don't live there. I've just visited there. I haven't seen like the bungalow part of Pasadena. And Southern California is very well known for its bungalows. What you're looking at is a Craftsman, I think, a Craftsman type bungalow. And look at the two trees. This is why I kind of like went, oh, and paused. The two trees. Two trees. Two trees. My good people, the two trees. Don't forget this. If you're going to follow me on this series about Kill Bill, make a mental note of these two trees. We're going to see something similar once again. I just mentioned it a minute ago. We're not going to see something similar, but something similar is going to be alluded to by Quentin in this movie in the future. I just told you about the massacre at where? Two Pines. Well, he's trying to let you know something. Now, isn't he? All right, let's keep it moving. So the city of, this is Los Angeles County, the city of Pasadena. All right, and there's beautiful, idyllic suburbia, lush and green. And here's Beatrix in her stolen pussy wagon. All right, and I'm gonna have to like stop doing this because I am not gonna risk another copyright strike. And the inside of the pussy wagon is red. Good heavens! And you'll find out pretty soon, or at some point along the movie, you'll find out what the pussy wagon is, where she got it. Yes, that's the name of the car, and that is those are the words painted on the external part of the car. Inside, oh, go away. Damn email notification. Sorry. But anyway, the inside of the car is red leather seating, and I guess this cover for the dashboard because, ugh, who the hell? Okay, there's people who put covers on their dashboards so the dashboard doesn't get like damaged by the sun over time. Oh, I'm not going to criticize anybody, but the original owner of this vehicle put this, like, wow, he's real serious about his pussy wagon, isn't he? And there's a hula girl, like, dashboard dancing figure. There's beads. Are these Mardi Gras beads? I don't know. Here she is. This is a big-ass car. I don't know if it's a Hummer or something similar to that. And she pulls up. Literally. She pulls up to this character's home, and the character does not live in the home that we just saw, that I just described to you, the craftsman across the street. No. The person that she is here to dispatch, I guess, is Vivica Fox's, the wonderful Vivica Fox's character, Vernita Green. Okay, Vernita Green lives in Pasadena, California. That means she's doing okay. Basically, is what I'm trying to tell people who are not from California, not from Southern California, not from Los Angeles. Everybody thinks because of, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and shows like that like people who are doing really, really, really well live in Beverly Hills. Not necessarily. Oh no. If you want like expensive real estate, go to Hermosa Beach. Go to Pasadena. Like, you'll find some real expensive-ass houses there. Forget Beverly Hills. Forget Brentwood. Like, yeah, no. But here she is in Pasadena, and she's after Vernita Green. She's one of the Deadly Viper assassination squad, the people, Bill's crew that basically invaded Beatrix's wedding rehearsal at the chapel at Two Pines in El Paso. I think it's El Paso, Texas. Okay? So here we go. And obviously, Beatrix, Uma Thurman's character, she's pissed. She's got shit to do. She's got a list. Right? She's got a to-do list, a kill list. I love my to-do lists. Because if I didn't write it down, I would never get it done. So I guess me and this character have that in common. So yeah, see, this is Vernita's house. Oh, no. That's not what I wanted. Anyway, I thought I paused it. And I guess they're not gonna, get me for this because these are basically still shots. The still shot of the house, the still shot of her pulling up, and then this. Now, check out this. It's called The Bells. So, Vernita, right? Vernita is one of the Deadly Viper assassination squad. She's played by Vivica Fox. And, of course, you know what I did, y'all. I decided to do this. I did what Elle Driver's character does in the trailer scene with Bud, and if you've watched the movie, you know, right? I just went and looked up some shit on Wikipedia, just like Elle Driver did, and she wrote it down in that little ridiculous little pad of paper. I guess it was a different time, and they didn't have, iPads and whatever. I guess she would have used one if she had it. So, Vernita Green, her snake name is Copperhead, also known as the Eastern Copperhead. I'll read a little bit of this quickly. Is a species of venomous snake, a pit viper. Good heavens, what's a pit viper? Sorry. Pit viper is commonly known as pit vipers, a subfamily of vipers found in Eurasia and the Americas. They're venomous and they're distinguished. Oh, they are distinguished by the presence of a heat-sensing pit organ located between the eye and the nostril on both. Very interesting. Endemic to eastern North America, it is a member of the subfamily Crotalinae in the family Viperidae. Okay, cool. Eastern copperhead has distinctive dark brown, hourglass-shaped markings. Well, now, note it, like he gave all of these people in his squad, Bill, he gave them all these names, right? So Bill, not only being, he wasn't just a scholar on superheroes and comic books, obviously he studied snakes too. So this is interesting to me. Hourglass-shaped markings, so that's very feminine, right? Overlaid with light reddish brown or brown-gray background. The body type is heavy rather than slender. Neonates are born with green or yellow tail tips, which progress to a darker brown or black. Okay, this is not what I'm interested in. This is where it is. You can read all of this on your own. You can easily look this up on Wikipedia. Won't even include the link under the video. But the eastern copperhead is known to feed on a wide variety of prey, including invertebrates, primarily arthropods and vertebrates. Like most pit vipers, the eastern copperhead is generally an ambush predator. Hello? Okay. It takes up a promising position and waits for suitable prey to arrive. So Bill named these ladies and his brother Bud after these snakes. So that person embodies some of the characteristics of the snake that they're named after. All right. So the copperhead is an ambush predator. So they don't go like head on with somebody. They don't go like head to head with somebody. No, they find a, what does it say here? They take up a promising position. Yeah, like in Pasadena. And and they wait for suitable prey to arrive. I guess that's what Beatrix is doing here. Suitable prey has arrived, right? Oh, here we go. This is interesting. As a common species within its range, it may be encountered by humans. Unlike other viperids, they often, quote-unquote, freeze instead of slithering away due to its habit of relying on excellent camouflage. Yep. Wow. Rather than fleeing. Bites occur due to people unknowingly stepping on them or near them. Ha. Okay, that's enough. That's enough about that. You could read more of this. And this is, I guess, this little map, this little blue portion, is where it's, I guess, generally located. It's native habitat. Okay, cool. And I also looked up, because I just felt like it, the baby name, like Vernita, right? Vernita, as a name for girls of Latin derivation, and Vernita means spring green. So her name is kind of redundant, like green, Vernita green, spring green. Cool. Vernita is a variant form of Verna, Latin nickname of Laverne, associated with spring and green. Okay, so that color, yeah, green, spring green. That is Vernita Green. Right now, her name is I guess her married name is Belle. The first thing I thought of when I realized her first name is Belle is, I'm sorry, her new married name is Belle is like Hell's Bells. Oh, so she's green to the core. She's surrounded herself with green. Her house is green. Green is associated with what? Envy. Green with envy. So this person doesn't confront people. They wait in ambush. Or this snake, they wait in ambush, and they wait from a, what is it called? Jesus, I have to keep looking at it. Takes up a promising position and waits for suitable prey. So basically this is like all of these women, all of these people in the Deadly Viper Assassination Squad, they're predators and they're snakes. All right, so snakes in their own right, are known as, like, I guess sneaky. Maybe they're not really sneaky. Snakes act like snakes. But to humans, they seem sneaky. And snakes have a very, very long and storied presence symbolically with regards to literature, art, religion, etc., and so mythology and so forth, right? So here we are again with these snakes, right? Serpents. This one is, I guess, extremely jealous. Now, yeah, I'm not going to do this video or any of the Kill Bill videos like I do Shining videos. I'm not going to do like frame by frame. No, I'm going to do red ball. I'm going to red ball it for you. I might miss some stuff. Forgive me if I do. I might talk about it like in the after show or the after game. I don't know. But for now, like, yeah, green is the color that defines this person. Green envy. She's a sneaky snake. She's a sneaky snake. She lays in wait, in ambush, for promising prey to come along, or not promise, if in a promising position for prey to come along. So, Vernita, Already Shi'i, L Driver, Bud, whatever his last name is. Neither Bill nor Bud have last names. These people, they all exist on a spectrum of femininity, from the most feminine to the least feminine. And again, I will try to look for the article where I read about that. Yeah, I didn't come up with that on my own. Yeah, I wouldn't have realized that on my own. I cannot for the life I read that years ago. That's why it's so hard to track down. That's the problem with the internet. Shit disappears. And if you want to cite something, reference it, sometimes you go looking for it and you know what you read, years ago. But you can't for the life of you find it. But at least I say, even if I can't find the link or the website, I don't try to claim that idea as my own, because it's not. I say I read that somewhere. I wish I could find where, but I can't. But I did. I read that somewhere. And I will try to locate it again. I think I found the KDK12 blog. I'm not sure, but I will lay that on you for the next Shining video or Shining like coffee break, my little Kiki session during viewer mail. Oh, I got shit to say. And you guys have been writing in more comments, and thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it so much. I love the dialogue. Anyway, here's beautiful Uma. Thurman in this, like, the clothes in this movie are awesome, just like every other movie. But look at this, like, Uma's narration, or Beatrix's narration, tells us that Vernita, shortly after the massacre at Two Pines, Vernita also left a business, right, whatever Bill was running, and got married, got pregnant, and here she is. She's the wife of can't remember exactly the dude's name, but Dr. whatever Bell. Alright, so Vernita has achieved something. If you're a woman, this is an achievement. This is an achievement. Now, let me take a little coffee break, because I've been talking for about half an hour, and I'll get back and I will describe. This is the entry. This is the lead-in into Vernita's casa. Alright? There's so much stuff going on this lawn. I'll get to it in a minute after I've had a little sip of coffee. And again, that jerk who doesn't like that I take my sweet time, get out. I'm not going to slow down, or I'm not going to speed up for you. Yeah? Forget the script. I do this straight off the dome. So, get the fuck on. Anyway, I'll be right back. Hold on, you guys. Okay, I'm back. I had my little coffee break. And I'm back. So, I skipped forward a couple of seconds, and Uma... I'll just call it Uma, because you know who I'm talking about. She walks up to the front door. She's about to ring the bell. Please don't forget, this woman's last name is Bell. Okay. It's no longer Green, it's Bell. And she's about to ring the bell, okay? So she presses the button, okay? And then we get this shot, which I'm pausing on. Look at all this shit on the lawn. Yeah, obviously, Mrs. Bell, Vernita Green, has children or a child. You can tell right away. And all of these toys probably belong to the child. There's a little Look at this. This is what we do. Art history people, this is what we do. There's these gorgeous roses. You know, they've got a cute little garden in the front with the flowers. Roses. Roses are indicative of something or symbolic of something. I don't have the time to go into it, but they're there for a reason. Trust and believe. The house is green. Green. Her real name is Green. She's trying to cover it up by getting married to somebody named Bell and, marrying up, marrying, what was it called? Yeah, just marrying up, marrying, like, that's what a woman is expected to do. She's expected to marry, like, the highest quality man that she can, and that quality of that man is defined by his income. That is the way it has been for a long time. I don't know if it's going to change anytime soon. Is it right? Is it fair? Is it okay? Probably not. Probably not, but, so Vernita is beautiful, she's sexy, she's everything. Yeah, she can very easily, like, bag herself a doctor husband, right? That's the goal. If you're female, to get your MRS degree, marry a rich man, live in a nice neighborhood, and she has more or less done that. This house that she's living in, it's okay. This is probably not what she expected. Let's just put it that way. It's not a mansion. Not even close. It's a bungalow. It's in Pasadena, but it's a bungalow. And she's got this turtle on the front lawn. The turtle might represent Vernita herself because the turtle is green. And this car that's running over the turtle, this little car, it's not exactly like the Pussy Wagon, but it's very reminiscent of the Pussy Wagon. So, and the I can't believe I'm going to have to say that word, Pussy Wagon. I don't know how many times I'm going to say it, but I'm going to say it as many times as I need to say it because that's what the car is called in the movie. That's not me being, like, disrespectful. No, that's the name of the car, the vehicle. Anyway, the car here is running over this green turtle. So that is a foreshadowing of what will happen in this scene. We got this little boat. I think it's a boat over here. It looks like a little tugboat or something like that. I don't know what that means. And then there's this tricycle that is turned over. That might be symbolic of Vernita's girl, her child, her daughter, Nikki or Nikia, right? And this is, this little girl's world is about to be ruined. And again, if you've already watched the movie, you know why. And again, the chair, empty pink chair, is that symbolic of some kind of throne? I don't know. But here's Beatrix. She just rang the bell. Rang Vernita Green Bell's bell. Okay, cool. And I don't remember, like, what her fake name is. Like, she's taken on a new alias for this marriage, Vernita Green. I know it's Bell. The surname is Bell. Her husband's name is Bell. But I don't know what, like, her new assumed first name is. And I'm too lazy to look it up, so let's just go. Beatrix is dressed in jeans, this what looks like a suede jacket, sneakers. All right. And bear in mind, Vernita is the second person on Beatrix's kill list, her to-do list. First person is Oren Ishii. Okay, so what that tells you, if you're paying attention, watching the movie, that means that Beatrix, Uma, just got back from Japan. All right, she just did everything she did. They're not showing you this in chronological order. Oh no, she just got back she did all of what she did in Japan. All right, and we'll get into that when we get into that. But this is after Japan, not before. So she's, she probably put the Pussy Wagon in, like a secure parking spot at the airport, right? Probably LAX. Flew to Japan, did what she had to do with Oren Ishii and the Crazy 88s and the whole thing, and Hattori Hanzo and everything in Japan, and then came back, and now she's got to deal with number 2, Vernita Green. So she just done rung that bell. All right, now, yeah. You just saw what happened. Okay, Vernita opened the door. Vernita thought when she opened the door that it was her girl, her little girl, Nikia, coming home from school early. And it wasn't. It was Beatrix, and the first thing is a punch in the face. All right, and look at the inside of this house. This is like, it's a nice house, it's a nice neighborhood, but it's probably not what Vernita expected when she married that doctor, Dr. Green, right? So they're gonna have a little scuffle. Oh dear, yeah. I can just imagine the rehearsals for like, for this, for all of these scenes in this movie. Okay, so they're both wearing basically athletic clothing, Vernita and Beatrix. All right, so there's like serious carnage going on. They're fighting. They're fighting very similarly to the way that later in Volume 2, Beatrix and Elle Driver are going to be fighting in the trailer. Okay, again, if you watch the movie, you know that scene. And now, what I just noticed. Hold up, and this is going to be, yeah. Let's just, yep. First thing she does, punches her right in the kisser. And that's interesting. Like that's a phrase that people say and have been saying in for a long time in the United States, like pow, right in the kisser. And that's kind of what she just did to Vernita. You know, like the honeymooners. What is it? Jackie Gleason's character and Audrey Meadows' character, Ralph and Alice. He would always threaten to hit her, like pow, bam, zowie, whatever, right in the kisser. That is what Beatrix just did to Vernita. And they're both these women in the world of this movie. These are not just like some dainty little wilting flower kind of women. No, these, both of them, in their own right, are like martial arts practitioners and martial arts experts. Obviously, Uma's character is the better of the two. Okay, she's got more skills and whatever. Like that becomes clear in the movie. But what I wanted to like show you by coming back a little bit, a couple of seconds, not only is the outside of the house green, so is the inside. Look at these walls. You could like argue that this is blue, but this is a shade of green. The color of these walls, like a turquoise or an aquamarine color or whatever. There's green going on these walls, and the inside of this house does not look swish. It doesn't look high class. It doesn't look expensive. It looks like a regular, ordinary suburban family. You know, she's got a CD rack. Again, this was the early 2000s when this movie was made. These pictures on the walls. Yeah, no original art. No, oil paintings, like, nice and expensive art. No, I don't see that. I see stuff all over the place. So this Vernita, she's not cut out for the domestic life. All right, she's, like Bill says to Beatrix later in the movie, Vernita and none of the Deadly Viper assassination squad, the ladies, anyway, none of them are cut out for the domestic life. They're not cut out to be housewives. And you can tell, like, just exactly what I say with Wendy's character in The Shining. That apartment is a mess. Kind of the same thing going on in this house. She needs a housekeeper. Can she afford one? Is Dr. Bell making that much money? Okay, like, I'm saying out loud what people will say in private. Go ahead. Say what you want in the comments. But, like, no, this is not a nice, clean house. This is not the house of somebody who can afford a maid or a cleaning crew to come in, like, once a week or whatever. Oh, what else was I going to say? Yeah, they're both wearing athletic clothes. They're both, like, martial arts. Oh, Lord. And this is a fun scene. Like, for some reason, watching these fight scenes is just freaking fun. All right, I don't know why or how or whatever. It's just fun. Let me, like, hop around a little bit. Hold up. There we go. The smashed, again, CDs, broken glass. Okay, it's easy to break her life. It's easy to break Vernita's life. Her life consists of, like, bullshit. And, like, just stuff that you buy at the store and put in your home. And, objects, items, things that do have meaning, I guess, to the people who live in that house. But It's just consumerism. That this home and the inside of it and the outside of it and the whole city, by the way, and suburbia in general is the product of consumerism and pushing people and convincing people that their lives will be great if they just buy this product at the store or online nowadays or whatever. That is Vernita's life. That is the life of a coddled Southern California doctor's wife, basically. This is what Vernita thought was like her salvation. This is what Vernita is doing what Beatrix was trying to do, but in a more upscale way, if that makes any sense. Gotta think for a second. Okay, sorry, that was another interruption. Anyway, so what was I saying? Vernita Green's life is the kind of life you buy at the store. Okay, and what was I also saying about? Oh, so Beatrix, the character, was trying to run away from Bill. She was pregnant with Bill's baby. We just heard that in part 1, or the intro part. And Beatrix was trying to start this cute little suburban life with Tommy in El Paso. Tommy owns and works at a record store. So Vernita's trying to do something very similar, but in a more upscale way. She's not marrying like Tommy from the record store. No, she's marrying Dr. Bell and having this cute little suburban life. Beatrix is a different kind of person. She's maybe not interested in this consumerist, buy your happiness suburban lifestyle. She wanted maybe something a little more rugged or a little more like alternative or whatever. That's why she's with, cockeyed Tommy. Not Tammy, the guy who she's, I guess, more or less fooled into marrying her. She probably fooled Tommy that it was his baby. Never mind. Like what Chris Rock said, like, men tell lies, men tell more lies, but women tell the biggest lies. Lies like it's your baby. Yeah. So here is like this image here that I just stumbled upon as I'm doing this. Look at this. These are the pieces of Vernita's cute little suburban family life. Like broken glass, CDs, like just shit all over the place. And she's put her foot, look at this. She's put her foot in this like sneaker onto Beatrix. She's trying to like squash Beatrix like a bug. Just like a bug. And in order for Vernita to live the way she lives as Mrs. Bell, she has to squash somebody like Beatrix. So Beatrix, like this tells you, if you didn't know already, in the world of this movie, the Beatrix character, she's different. She's different from like ordinary people. Yes, she's like Bill calls her kind of like a superhero. But she's also different from everybody else in the Deadly Viper assassination squad. They all want conventional things. They see conventional things as like, they want success, but they want it in a conventional way. They can't think outside the box. Beatrix can. She's different. There's a reason Pai Mei took a liking to her. And if you don't believe me, stick around for the future installments of this Kill Bill series. So, Vernita is literally, feet and shoes and whatever are a big deal in this movie. That's a big symbol. In the intro part, Bill walking towards Beatrix's body on the floor. He's about to shoot her. And that's the sound that they're emphasizing in that part of the movie. The sound of Bill's footsteps. And you get a shot of his feet. He's wearing cowboy boots. All right. Shoes, boots, feet, etc. play a big role in this movie. And you can gossip as to why. I'm not going to get into that. I think you know what I mean. But boots are indicative of war. Yeah? Or symbolic of war, rather. And again, we have another. So we start off this movie with Bill's foot, like really close to Beatrix. His foot in cowboy boots. Now we've got Vernita's feet in these like pretentious ass athletic shoes. Okay? Yes, there is such a thing as pretentious athletic shoes. I said it. Now she's trying to squash Beatrix. It's not going to work, and we're going to see that. But that's what Vernita is trying to accomplish. So they fight, and they fight, and look at the living room, and look at all this stuff. I mean, doesn't take much to ruin this life. Just like a good scuffle in the living room, and that's it, right? Vernita. Vernita knows why Beatrix is there, to get her revenge for what the Deadly Vipers did to her in El Paso at the chapel, at the massacre at Two Pines Chapel. Okay, Beatrix was trying to make a break for it, and Bill called all his soldiers to make sure that that didn't happen. And if he can't have her, then nobody else can. But he doesn't kill her himself. He has his little lackeys do it for him, like with all that firepower. My God. So here it is, like the scuffle, the struggle between Vernita and Beatrix, right? They're still fighting. I'm not going to get into these fight scenes and like describe every single little object, item, thing in the room. That's for The Shining. For this movie, I'm going to do it a little bit differently. I'm going to do it chapter by chapter. And since I'm doing it chapter by chapter, I cannot do frame by frame, because no. I'm only devoting that kind of attention to The Shining. But since I just like randomly stopped on this minute mark, look at this. It's inside. All right, it's daytime. It's the afternoon. Vernita's expecting her daughter to be coming home from school pretty soon, and there's lights on in the house. In Southern California at like approximately 3 o'clock in the afternoon, there's no reason to turn the lights on. There's just not. There's a sconce that's turned on over here. I don't know, I'm not sure if this is the entryway or whatever. There's a light. Why is those lights on? Why are those lights on? They shouldn't be on. Okay, as a Southern California native, like I told you, at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, yeah, it's darker than it is at 10 o'clock in the morning, but it's still not dark enough to turn on the lights in the house, unless it's a very cloudy day. And I know these weather conditions. I know we don't have quote-unquote weather in Southern California, but we do have light, and we do have clouds, and I know how they behave. I'm pretty well aware of them. Something's wrong. Why are these lights on? Are the lights on but nobody's home? Is Vernita a nobody? I don't know. And again, false light indicates false knowledge. Light symbolically is knowledge. So, okay, they're still fighting. And we know that what's going to stop this fight. Oh, here's her little kitchen, her little 1930s style kitchen with tile work. And if you get on Instagram and whatever, you see a lot of these old school kitchens, and they are adorable. But like I said, this house is not a big house. This Vernita, she thought she did something by marrying the doctor and having this cute little pampered, spoiled housewife, suburban life. Yeah, this house is maybe like 1,500 square feet. That ain't shit in Southern California. If you're married to a doctor and, and you're living in a 1,500 square foot house, like, what's going on? I'm just being real. So they're still fighting. Okay, and they're trying to kill each other. Like, this is a duel to the death, right? And they got the knives out. Okay, cool. Oh, look, there's a star. Oh, sweet mother of pearl. Wait a minute. Look at this. I don't know what this part of the living room this is. See, this is why I'm here. This is why you're here, too, to hear me talk about this stuff. And if you don't like it, get the fuck on. But look at this. This star on the wall here. Red-ass wall, too. That looks like the Star of Ishtar. Those of you, like John, if you're listening, this looks to me like the Star of Ishtar. And look at these candles. The candles have been burning, but, they're obviously not burning now, but you could tell that they haven't. So this is kind of like, if you need me to, I probably should do a video and like resume my art historical. Like that's why I started this channel in the first place, to talk about art historical concepts. And I did a little bit of Mesopotamia and whatever. I need to get back on that and talk to you about Ishtar, also known as Inanna. I think I mentioned her. I said I was going to do a video about her. Did I? I can't even remember. February was a long time ago. But Inanna is the goddess of fertility and the goddess of sex, love, war, and, you know, kind of like a combination of Aphrodite and Athena in Greek mythology. But that's Inanna, later known as Ishtar. Is that this is what is being worshipped in this house. So Vernita sees herself as maybe an Inanna or an Ishtar type of figure. I don't know. Maybe that's why that false light is there. What is Quentin trying to tell us? What is Quentin Tarantino trying to tell us? I am so intrigued by this. Anyway, the knives are out. Yeah, kind of like that. What's it called? Radiohead song, Knives Out. Right here they go. Okay, so she's got. So what kind of knife does Beatrix have? Beatrix has a dagger, and I think that's a dagger. And Vernita has like a kitchen knife, like a butcher knife. Not a butcher knife, but one of those knives, like nice big knife for chopping onions and what have you. Look at the inside of this house. Like, yeah, this is not a lot of space. This is a cramped house. And all this stuff that's been turned over, like the trappings of Vernita's cute little neat, coddled suburban life that have been just tossed into chaos, right? Oh, look at. Ooh, yeah, somebody's gonna die. Oh, good heavens. Yeah, and then there. Look at the broken glass. Look at the shoes. Look at the shoes. Right. And oh, well, and look, family pictures. Yeah, family pictures on the mantle. So the Ishtar star that I identified, it's not on the mantle. It's another wall. And we have. Look at these photographs. You can't make them out, but they're obviously family pictures. And these two pictures over here, this one over here that I'm moving over my cursor, and this one here, they're probably wedding pictures from Vernita's wedding to Dr. Bell. And then we have this over here that looks like, you go ahead and let me know if you think I'm wrong. Looks an awful lot like Santa Claus. Now, I've never noticed that watching this movie. That's why these play-by-plays and John Madden analyses of these movies are important, because there's so much little stuff in these movies that you just miss if you're just having fun and watching the movie for entertainment value. Yeah, what the hell is Santa Claus doing on the mantle? Is it December? Okay, if Santa Claus is there, where's the Christmas tree? I didn't see one. I don't know about y'all. But Santa Claus? Wedding pictures, Star of Ishtar. Oh, some shit's going on here. Let me tell you what. Some shit is going on here in this scene. Quentin is not playing. Let's just put it that way. I don't know if I'll get more into it, but you can make those connections on your own. I can't do everything for you as far as like thinking this through. Santa Claus, wedding pictures, Ishtar, Inanna, whatever. The color green, the trappings of Vernita's life, basically like rampant consumerism. Like, you know, you can buy your way to happiness if you just like know where to shop, like that kind of thing. So here, oh, this is, you know, something's caught her attention. It's her little girl. She has come home from school, right? There it is. Yeah. Oh, this red balling is working just great. Okay. So we see through this big picture window. That's what they're called. The little girl just got off the school bus. She's coming over, yeah, to the front door, right? And they hide the knives. Now this is, so the little girl is just walking in. The door is purple. I don't know why. I guess they like purple. And they've hidden their knives, right? These are two women, both mothers. Beatrix doesn't know what happened to her child that she was pregnant with while she was in a coma for 4 years, her symbolic death, right? Vernita knows, like Vernita had a child, Nikki, right? Nikki we'll learn in the movie, if you watch this scene and listen to the dialogue, you know, I think Beatrix asks, Let me get to it, but I'll talk about that when we get to that frame. Um, is this a bedroom door in here? Like, what the hell is going on? This door here, like, ooh, I never noticed this. That's for sure. Um, where was I going with this and why? Hold on. So they're hiding their knives. The kid is walking in, and the kid is gonna notice that like something happened, right? But the moms, yeah, Vernita and Beatrix, are not about to tell the little girl, like, yeah, we're fighting to the death in here, and your mother tried to help kill me, and what, no, 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 no. So they're hiding their, so suburban women are known for their cattiness. Suburban, like, mommy types are known for, not all of them, oh no, not all of them, but there's those ones. There's those ones that think of, marriage and having children and having a family. They think of it as a competitive sport. All right, and those are the ones at the PTA, and those are the ones who bake cookies, those are the room mothers, and people like that, like whose mom showed up to school, like the one who was trying to make sure that her kid did well in that grade or whatever in elementary school. That's Renita. That's Renita. And possibly Beatrix too, but we don't know. Or maybe Beatrix is fighting that aspect of kind of competitive femininity. Yeah, it's not okay. I'm here to say, in my opinion, that's not okay. That is like one reason why a lot of women are just not happy. They're they're forced to construct this artificial, like, bullshit ass life. And that kind of life, getting the rewards or the success, alleged success in that kind of life requires you to be vicious. Just like this here. Okay, so here comes the little girl. She's coming into the house, and she sees all of this chaos, all of this pandemonium, and she's like, Jesus Christ, what happened? Um, and yeah, and I think Vernita says, oh, this is mommy's old friend who came to visit, and what. The little girl is not buying this cockamamie story that Vernita is telling her, and that now you get like a little bit better idea of this front room or this living room or parlor or whatever you want to call it, and this TV back here. That's a low class TV. So I don't know what's going on. More sconces that are turned on above the fireplace. Okay, fire produces light. There is no fire in that fireplace. Yes, the weather doesn't call for fireplace, but like this is Southern California. Nobody needs a fireplace. We have them just for looks. We have them just for because of the way they look. I mean, I don't know. Like maybe once people who do have them, like maybe they light that thing maybe once a year, and maybe just around the holidays because it looks nice. It's not for warmth. I can tell you that right away, because even when it gets cold down here, we turn the heater on, for God's sake. We turn the heater on, and and you don't even need it that much. Like 70 degrees and you're good. You don't need a fireplace. But there's no fire in this fireplace, but these damn sconces are on. Like, I don't understand it. Why would she have just sconces that are just on all the time? Doesn't make sense. Anyway, the little girl is coming in. The backpack, like the little dog, I think this is dog backpack. Totally adorable. Doesn't mean something. I don't know. I really don't know. But, so yeah, Vernita tells the little girl, oh, this is mommy's old friend, and yeah, okay, whatever. The little girl is not buying the bullshit. And like, Vivica Fox has to basically threaten the little girl. Say, go away. Mommy and her old friend are having a grown-ups conversation. Okay. And little girl does not buy. She's got blood on her face. She's got all this shit all over the place. They've both been sweating like crazy because they're fighting to the death. And she basically has to like use the mom voice to order the little girl to go to her room and stay there. Because like grown folks is talking about grown folks business, right? So, and Beatrix basically asks the little girl, "Oh hey, how are you? And like, how old are you?" And the little girl says, 4 years old. Nikki, Renita Green's character's daughter. And the little girl's like, her mother has to force her to answer, Or I think the mother even answers for her because the little girl is just speechless because of, yeah, this is obviously something's wrong in this room. And Beatrix says, "Oh, I had a little girl once, and if she had lived, she would be about 4 years old too." So Vernita and Beatrix got pregnant, knocked up, if you will, both about the same time. So, you know, Beatrix doesn't know whether or not her child survived all of that, the baby she was carrying. But if the baby had survived, yeah, it would be about the same age as Nakia. That's interesting. And also, what I am noticing, like just looking at this, I told you these walls are green. This woman is all about jealousy. Her whole life she lives her whole life. Her motivating force, Vernita Green's character's motivating force, is jealousy, envy. Okay? And look at the ceiling. I don't know if this is just like an old house or whatever, but this ceiling looks awfully low. I mean, I know these women are models, and models are like a little bit taller than most people, but they're not that damn tall. You know, the ceiling is, I don't know why. Is this to make them look huge? Or, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'm not a film person. So when I notice these things, I notice them and comment on them as a non-expert for sure. But like, yeah, they look huge in this room, and the ceiling seems to be low. At least it seems that way to me. Okay, so yeah, Beatrix says, yeah, if I had a little girl once, and she would be about 4 years old now. So 4 years old, the number of death. So Uma Thurman's character, Beatrix, is out for revenge. She wanted to do what she wanted to do. She wanted to have this independent life with Tommy and have her baby and live a non-violent life. Bill didn't want to allow her to do that because not just Bill is the father of the baby and Beatrix's lover, boyfriend, whatever, and the head of the Deadly Viper Assassination Organization, and yeah, no. Beatrix is beholden to Bill. She's more or less his property. So Bill, he doesn't sell these women. He doesn't have them. He's not a pimp as far as we know. They're beautiful, but that's not the kind of business that he's in as far as we know in this movie. These women go around the world killing like high profile targets. That's the Deadly Viper Assassination Squad, and that job, yeah, they get paid vast sums of money. And Bill will remind Beatrix of that later on in the movie. Or in Volume 2, rather. But also, like, it requires a lot of special training. And both of these women, for whatever reason, yeah, have decided, so they have that in common, Vernita and Beatrix. They've decided to walk away from that life. Oh, Lord. They've decided to walk away from that life. They want just to be moms. But at the same time, both of them, at least, unconsciously know that that suburban mommy life is going to be unfulfilling. They want to do it because they see it as a better, nicer alternative to what they're already doing, Deadly Viper Assassination Squad. But there's something missing. And that Vernita is doing what Beatrix was trying to do when she tried to run away from Bill after she found out she was pregnant. Maybe, Beatrix is realizing, yeah, that life that I was trying to go towards and away from Bill, maybe that life wasn't for me either. I mean, she still wants to be a mom, but she doesn't want to be this kind of mom. This kind of consumerist culture, you can buy happiness as long as you know how to shop or where to shop culture. She's like, no, that's not for me. At least that's what I'm getting from all of this crazy fight scene. So these two women are fighting over these, like, principles. It looks like a fight because of revenge or whatever. And, Beatrix is there to cross people off of her to-do list, right? But she's also, each of these characters are something that she could be doing with her life, but she realizes, no, that's not for her. That's not for her. And in the course of this movie, like, are we going to figure out what is for her? What is that alternative? What is that way of life that is maybe being hidden from us all? We're not being told that there's a better way, or that there's a nicer way, or that there's a way where you don't have to conform to these ridiculous ideas that are told to you, like fairy tales when you're a little girl. Um, you can still like be fulfilled as a woman, right? And mother, family, whatever. But it doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to be this bullshit. I don't know. I'm hoping that maybe we'll see. We'll see as I go through these chapters. We shall see. Entive. So, Vernita basically has to tell her little girl, like, yeah, go away. Mommy and her friend have grown folks' business to talk about. The little girl is not buying this for one single solitary second. She's like, something's wrong. But her mother is her mother, and you do what your mother tells you to do, right? This is the part where Beatrix says, if my little girl would be about 4 now, right? Let me skip forward. Oh, this is the part where, like, Vernita uses the mom voice to get Nikki to do what she's been told to do. Yeah. Looks like Nikki is a lot like her mother. And okay, so now there's a little break in the fighting. The little girl is here. That changes things. The presence of this little girl has changed something. The dynamic, the viciousness. So the second that children show up, no, you gotta, like, put away the knives. Right? You gotta put away the knives and, like, no, be civil. Yeah? And polite to one another. So, they're gonna do this politely. Here we are. I told you this is not a big house. Look at this teensy-weensy ass little kitchen. I would just like, no, this is a claustrophobic house. Yeah, and they're showing you, like, from up above, they're showing you the floor plan to show you, like, how much, Vernita's aiming for, like, doctor's wife luxury, but doctor's wife luxury is not what you think it is. Not every doctor is, like, a world-renowned surgeon, or no, just no. And this is a nice little house in Pasadena, nothing wrong, but there's a certain claustrophobia here. There's, like, feeling that the walls or the house itself is trying to eat you alive. And this tiny little kitchen, this tiny little, is this, I watched this movie and I looked at this. Is this a dining room? Or is it a breakfast nook? And look at these corner cabinets. My God, they put everything in here. These corner cabinets could be found, and maybe in some cases still can be found, in a lot of houses built, before 1950. These corner built-in cabinets, like, for dishes and whatever. Like, you could keep your napkins and your tablecloths down here and whatever. Okay, cool. And they look at this heating vent. This is an old ass house in Pasadena, probably built in the 20s or something. And ew, 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 ew. The floor in the kitchen is carpeted. Oh, that makes me sick. That makes me sick. I cannot do carpeting in the kitchen. I am sorry. I cannot do that. I can't do carpeting in the kitchen. I can't do carpeting in bathrooms. To me, that just smacks of bacteria. Like, when the water and, like, you cook in a kitchen and stuff falls on the floor, like little bits of onion, oil, whatever. Like, like, who puts carpeting in the kitchen? Somebody who doesn't cook, that's who. I just thought of it. Like, this Vernita woman, she probably doesn't do much cooking. She's that kind of doctor's wife. They probably order out a lot. Maybe out in restaurants a lot. This woman is not going to spend all day in the kitchen cooking up some nice stew. No, she's too busy, like, at the gym, at the, a bake sale, at the Little League game, PTA meetings, shopping, um, getting all her shit together and making this life that she wants to, and she wants it to look a certain way. She's trying hard. She wants her life to look a certain way, and that leaves very little time for cooking. So again, these suburban moms that are trying to grasp the golden ring, they're doing everything but what like traditional moms do. They don't cook. I'm sorry, they don't cook. Canned food is not cooking. Frozen food is not cooking. Heating something up in the microwave, that's not cooking. Getting delivery, takeout, going to a restaurant, yep, that's not cooking. So you want to be this mommy figure, but like you got carpet in the kitchen and it's pretty fucking clean. That nobody cooks in this kitchen. Where's the goddamn stove? Where's the stove? This is not, no. You can't cook a damn thing on this little. No, 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 no. And again, is this a breakfast nook? Or if this is a dining room, that is a pathetic dining room. And this little table, and look at the cushions, the seat cushions on these chairs. Yeah, orange, 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 red. Why is one of the chairs a different color? Weird. And is this a frying pan? Like, what the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? They didn't fight in the breakfast nook. There should be nothing on the floor here. She's a terrible housekeeper. And that's like what she said to the little girl when the little girl walked in and saw all the broken shit in the living room. And, I think she says to her mother, like, Mommy, what happened? And the mom, Vernita, is like, oh, yeah, that was your dog. Your dog did this. That no good dog of yours came in here and did all this shit, fucked up everything. And the little girl's like, my dog did all of this? Yeah, and the mom's like, yeah, okay, like, don't question my story. Just take my word for it. Your dog made this mess please. Okay, so we're getting closer, you guys. All right. Okay, so here's Vernita, and they're being civil now, and she's offering her a cup of coffee, and we find out in this scene that Beatrix takes her coffee with cream and sugar, and Vernita knows that about her. So they were that close at one point. If you remember how somebody takes their coffee, like, that's your fucking friend. If you know how they take their coffee, you take it black, you take it cream, no sugar, you take it cream and sugar. Yeah, that's friends. When you know details like that about somebody. I wouldn't even drink that coffee, though, if I were in Beatrix's situation. Like, how do you know she's not going to, poison it, for God's sake? Look at this painting on the wall. This is probably a finger painting done by Nikki, the little girl. But, like, that red color. Again, blood. Blood. And if this is a child's, this, maybe Vernita's so proud of her little girl for doing her little finger painting that she framed it. A lot of moms do that. But this, it looks like blood splatter or blood smears. This is a violent woman. Okay? And she's probably teaching her little girl violence too. Alright, and here's, again, Uma's character. I told you this woman does not cook. Look at this. This should not be this clean. Ever. In a cooking kitchen. I'm sorry. I'm telling you what's going on. People who cook, their stoves don't look this clean. Like, never in a million years. You got, if you want your house to be this clean, your kitchen to be this clean, you clean it and then you don't cook ever again. Period. Not even like, what, kettle for the water? Okay, cool. Let me keep it moving. Let me get on. And they're talking, and Vernita's like, why are you here, and whatever, and Beatrix is like, well, I'm here because you need to die. And Vernita gets into her little spiel about how she was supposed to be the Black Mamba. She says, I should have been the motherfucking Black Mamba. And she's jealous. I told you, jealousy, envy. She's jealous of Beatrix. Beatrix was, and probably still is, Bill's favorite. Beatrix was his best student, his best assassin, his probably best lover. He's in love with Beatrix. Bill is madly in love with Beatrix. I'm sure he's like, maybe, messed around with other members of the female members of the Deadly Viper Assassination Squad, everybody but his brother. Elle seems to be like a substitute for Beatrix, a poor facsimile. He's probably been to bed with all of these women. I don't know. Yeah, but that's another funny thing about this movie. Not when I say funny, I don't mean haha, I mean strange. We don't see any sexual activity. We don't see any nudity, really. I don't think so. We see a lot of violence, a lot of fights, a lot of blood splatters, and swords and, stuff like. But even the violence isn't like terrible violence where it just like catches you off guard and whatever. No, but like we don't see sex. We don't see nudity, none of that. But it's implied that these relationships of between Bill and the ladies, the women in the Deadly Viper Assassination Squad, were at least partially sexual. All right, but his love, his that tender, loving, like really truly madly in love kind of emotion he reserved for Beatrix. She's special. She's very special. Okay, so Vernita is jealous that she didn't get the snake name Black Mamba. I guess she thinks she should have been called the Black Mamba because she happens to be black. And I don't think she's aware of how or why, it has nothing to do with race. That's not how or why Bill chose the snake names for the girls, for the ladies, and his brother. I have to look up what is his brother's freaking... Hold on. Where is it? Oh, I know it's somewhere. Okay, cool. This is... I wanted to show you this as well. Because, we're doing... Chapter 1 is 2. Okay? Chapter 2 is the blood-splattered bride, so that's the next episode. Chapter 3, we're finally going to get to the origin of O-Ren. Alright? Then the man from Okinawa. And then Chapter 5 is Showdown at the House of Blue Leaves. So this whole Volume 1 of the movie, we're dealing with Vernita and O-Ren Ishii, and other things like, Beatrix's origin story and how she acquired her Hattori Hanzo katana, and so on and so forth. Where are the characters? Like, no, I could never... Oh, there they are. Bill. Well, I want to find out what Bud's... We don't even get Bud over here. What? Hold up. Pai Mei, kiddo. Okay, let me look at Bill for a second. Wait, maybe there's... Yeah. Deadly... Oh, wait, there he is. Him in that ugly hat. Okay. There he is. Okay, Bud. Codename Sidewinder. Okay, so, like I said, Vernita's like bent out of shape and jealous because she wasn't named the Black Mamba. Black Mamba is the deadliest of all of these snakes. And it happens to be black. She happens to be black. But that's not how Bill was making those decisions. So he chose her name because it has something to do with her personality, the Copperhead. Like I said, she's an ambush predator. She takes up a promising position, like, suburban Pasadena, and waits for suitable prey to arrive. That's how she's decided to live her life. That's why she's called Copperhead rather than Black Mamba. We'll get to Black Mamba in a minute. Or not in a minute. We'll get to Black Mamba when we get to Black Mamba. But, so they're having their cute little chat. This very, very highly charged chat. And again, these lights are on in the frickin', I'll just call it a breakfast nook. There's the blood painting. And this lights that are on that shouldn't be on at this time of the day in Southern California, whether it's daylight savings time or not. All right, I'm here to tell you, even when it's like winter, it's still at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's still not dark enough to turn the lights on inside. You can see perfectly fine. Okay, just take my word for it if you're not from here. And if you are from here, let me know if you agree with me or not. Like if you have something to compare it to. The only time it's like it makes sense to turn the lights on at 3 o'clock in the afternoon in Los Angeles, California, is if you are in a room with no windows. Period. That's what's going on. Anyway, so look at Beatrix's coffee cup. She hands her red coffee cup. And again, like I said, if I were Beatrix in this situation, I wouldn't be drinking none of this coffee. It might be poisoned. But actually, no, poison is more like Elle Driver's thing rather than Vernita Green's. So what am I saying? So I guess Beatrix knows this person, Vernita Green, and she knows how she works and she knows how she kills. So, let me just keep going. And Beatrix says, oh, you're here to, Vernita says to Beatrix, oh, you're here to get even. And that's why you're trying to kill me. And Beatrix is like, no, I'm not here to get even. If I wanted to get even, if I really wanted to get even, I would have to kill you and your daughter. Because, she still doesn't know about what happened to her child that she was carrying. She's like, no, I would have to kill you and your daughter and your husband and all ruin and destroy every aspect of your life, just like you tried to do to mine. So that's the conversation they're having, and this is when Vernita starts talking about how awesome she was as an assassin, and I think Vernita's specialty was, I don't know, it wasn't guns, it was something else. Where's the fandom thing? Oh, hold up. They probably don't have this information here, but I'm trying to there's a line from this dialogue where Vernita says, new life. Went to Lawrence. Okay. Jeannie. Nikia. Okay. Hold on 1 second. And I'm back. Hello. Had to take another little break. Anyway, so I skipped forward a little bit, and they're bickering, these two, and Vernita's like, oh, yeah, I know what I did to you before at the, massacre at Two Pines, but I'm a different person now. And Beatrix is like, yeah, bullshit. And she's like, if you have any whatever decency in you, you won't do this because I have a child. I have a daughter. And she gets a picture off of the bulletin board and shows Beatrix a picture of Nikki, the little girl. And Beatrix is like, bitch, no, don't even, because that's not going to work. All right? Do not try to manipulate me with the fact that you're a mom. Nothing that you have done ever since then is going to change how I feel, including you getting knocked up. So basically, you guys, this is really, Quentin put this in here. All right? Quentin is not, I told you he's not playing. He's not playing because Vernita, what she's basically doing in order to try and save her ass here is she's using her child as a human shield. Okay? That is despicable. That is despicable. A lot of people do that. A lot of women do that. They think that they're beyond reproach, and they think that they could just do and say whatever they want to because they're moms, because they have a child, and they're and you can't call them out on it, or do a slapback on them because they're moms, and that status of motherhood makes them untouchable. No, that's not how it works. If you're a mom and you care so much about your kids, then you don't do dumb shit. That's how it works. All right? If you're a mom and you want to call upon some idea or ideal of moral or ethical or whatever superiority, or no, you can't use your, and then in the same fucking breath you use your own child as a human shield. Yeah, fuck you. That just proves to me that you don't deserve special treatment. that you actually deserve worse treatment because you're a mother and you're capable. You've got it in you. You've got whatever it takes in you to use your kid as your excuse for your bullshit. How dare you? So that's the kind of person Vernita is. She plays by the rules, but the rules are the ones that she makes up, and she believes that because of her status as a mom, she gets to make up the rules and change them whenever she needs to, for whatever reason, however it suits her. No, that's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. Okay? So, yeah, Beatrix is not buying her bullshit, and she's like, yeah, well, you didn't have any problem killing me or trying to kill me when I was pregnant. Like, oh, what about my child? To get even, I would have to kill you and your kid. Oh, this is a good scene. All of them are good. All of them are good. That's why we're here. So, again, the coffee cup, red-ass coffee cup. Books, again with the books, very similar to, behind Beatrix here in this built-in cabinet, this corner cabinet. See all this sunshine, too? What I was talking about. There's absolutely no reason for lights to be on in the house at this time of the day. Yeah, this is like the level of light in Southern California at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Like I said, the only reason for you to turn a light on and anywhere in Los Angeles at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, whether it's daylight savings time or not, is if you're in a room with no windows. Or it's an extremely cloudy day. Yeah, so this is, I told you. I done told you. Also, this kitchen, it doesn't make any fucking sense. I know it's an old kitchen. It's probably built in the 1920s or whatever, this house. But, where's the cabinets in this kitchen? Where's the kitchen? I know they have lower cabinets, like below the sink or below the countertop, but where's the upper cabinets? I mean, maybe I'm missing something. I don't know. You need cabinets in a kitchen to keep your, drinking glasses, your dishes, stuff, that you use to cook. I told you this woman doesn't cook. I told you the kind of house, she is striving for that kind of life where, she's not there yet. At this point, Vernita, but she's striving for the kind of life where she doesn't have to lift a finger, including cooking, like domestic goddess my ass, right? So, and she's got this shelving with no door in front of it. I don't think that's a glass door. No, that doesn't look like a glass. In Southern California, you don't do that shit because we're all taught to be terrified of earthquakes, and you don't just have open cabinets, because if the big one hits, the one that they've been scaring us about for the last 40 years at least, all that shit's gonna fly off the shelf, and it's gonna be a mess and damage and whatever. Stuff gets broken in earthquakes. You put cabinet doors on the cabinets. So this kitchen makes absolutely no sense as an actual working kitchen where people cook their food. No way in hell. So they're having this exchange, and she opens up the drawer, and you're like, oh, no, this is suspicious, because, is she getting a knife? No, she's getting a fork, I guess. Yeah. Hold on. Let me check this out for a second. That's the quote I was looking for. Beatrix just told Vernita that Bill said that Vernita was one of the best ladies he ever saw, with an edge weapon. What's an edge weapon? I'm not sure, but I'm assuming it's something with a blade. And that coincides with her putting her hand in this drawer where the cutlery is. Oh, here's some cabinets, some useless cabinets, I guess with glass on them. Lord, you can see through them. You can see through her. Oh dear, she's not good at hiding her intentions, her jealousy, that green envy. It's at such epic proportions that envy, yeah, those emotions make it difficult for you to keep a good poker face on. When that emotion takes over, yeah, you kind of lose your shit. We've all been there. Come on, let's be honest. And these, see-through cabinet doors, they're maybe indicative of that. I see some marmalade. I see some dishes. Yeah, no, this is pathetic. This teensy-weensy ass kitchen. This is pathetic. Anyway, look at the cereal box. Kaboom. All right. Well, she just reached her hand into the drawer, and instead of getting, did she? I need to watch it again. God, did she get a spoon or a fork? I'm not sure. But the kaboom. Okay, so this is supposed to be Nikki's snack. She's like, yeah, she tells Beatrix, I'm preparing my daughter's snack for when she comes home for school. Breakfast cereal? Who eats breakfast cereal in the afternoon? I don't eat it, period. I don't do cereal. But I know this is America, a lot of people eat cereal. Like, I know people eat it like at all hours of the day and night, but it just doesn't sound like an after-school snack to me. An after-school snack is maybe like, if you're going to be a good mom, you're going to do fruit, you're going to do whole grains, you're going to do something maybe fun, but like cereal? Nah. Maybe like back in my day, like what did people eat after school? Kids, like we ate chips and candy and stuff. Terrible. Just terrible. But like those were different times. So the cereal is called Kaboom cereal, and she's got the cereal bowl, and she's gonna go, I guess, get the milk and whatever. Yeah, this kitchen is a mess. Oh Lord, it's a mess. But it's cramped, claustrophobic, doesn't make sense. The cabinets don't make sense. They're basically useless for a modern home. Yeah. So you basically know what's about to happen in this scene. Kaboom is a foreshadowing. Like, there she goes to get... Oh, look at that! Oh, and look at these ridiculous dishes on the... I'm so critical of these movie and TV homes. Oh, there's some cabinets behind Beatrix. Okay, but those cabinets are in the breakfast nook. Again, useless. Yeah? She doesn't have a lot of storage space. She doesn't have a lot of storage space. This is weird to me. This kitchen and kitchen and breakfast nook, like, set up here, just isn't making a lot of sense to me. I apologize, but that's how I feel. And it's very cheaply decorated. I don't know. And ooh, look at this on Uma's arm, the gash. So she got her, right? So Vernita got her with this like scrape on the arm, and she gives her like a dish rag to wrap around it, like whatever. Oh, and Uma's tank top. I think that's a tank top that she's wearing under this jacket. It's red. It's basically the same color, same shade red as this coffee cup that she's drinking from. Okay. Oh, here's some yellow. Oh, dear. So if green is envy, yellow is what? Cowardice? My goodness. Okay. All right. Let's see what's going on here. So she's going to get them. This is what I wanted you to see. Look at this. The refrigerator is not in the same room as all the rest of the kitchen. That would make me crazy. But that's just me. Maybe I have OCD. Maybe I have some, like, I don't know. I just don't know. But like this setup in this kitchen, I'd be like, I cannot cook in here. I cannot cook in here. I cannot do spaghetti and meatballs in here. I cannot do goulash in here. I cannot do like tuna salad and like the stuff I like to cook. Yeah, pizza. What do I like to cook? I love cooking pizza. I love baking. Oh, I love to bake. This kitchen would be useless. There's not nearly enough counter space for you to actually be able to actually do anything. Whether it's cookies, muffins, bundt cake, like a layer cake, pastry of any kind. Like, yeah, no way in hell. No, and I couldn't even chop an onion here. I would feel weird about it. Like, there's not enough room. So, shit. I would be like, no, we need to remodel this. We need to take out all these walls and make it nice and big and put lots of storage so I can put all my pots and pans and all my ingredients and everything. No. Anyway, so she's going into this other room for the milk. Are they using milk as a symbol of some kind? Motherhood? I don't know. But she's going into this other room for the milk, and she's about to do something terrifically sneaky. Okay? And we know what that is. All right. I'm not going to... well, should I? Hold on. Let me see. Oh, yeah. So, okay. So she... Kaboom. That tells you what's going on. Oh, and there's some blood on the wall. Great. So inside of the cereal box, the brand name is Kaboom. She has concealed the gun. She points the box at Beatrix, fires the gun. The bullet misses Beatrix, and Beatrix has like these amazing reflexes. So she... let me just show you. Oh, Lord. Okay. So what Beatrix does is she takes advantage of the fact that Vernita's character misses with the gun because she can't like have very good aim because the gun is in a cereal box. So she takes advantage of the fact that she missed and then like tosses up the coffee cup, kicks it towards her to distract her even further. And then while she's distracted, you just saw what happened. She throws the dagger and it gets her right in the heart. Okay. And now, Vivica Fox just played this scene beautifully. I love it. And that's it. No more Vernita. Vernita, go bye-bye. Right? So, and again, yellow. Right? The kitchen is the hearth of the home. This is the center of family life and nurturing and whatever. And she told you this kitchen is ridiculous. It's organized like all wrong for cooking or getting any like real shit done in the kitchen. And on top of that, the walls are yellow. So she's like Vernita, green, envy. What is like the nucleus of that envy? Yellow, cowardice. Cowardice splattered with blood, and now we've got blood splatters because of what just happened in here. But I already showed you like that little finger painting in the breakfast nook, red, like blood red color, red. And Beatrix does what she does. Yeah, she neutralizes Vernita, and that's like that's the story of her as oh Lord, no, as Bill would say. Okay, and so Beatrix is going to retrieve her dagger, and she got her right in the heart. Okay, she got Vernita right in the heart. Not her aorta, not her spleen, not her liver. No, heart. Not even the throat. No, heart. Killed her right away. That heart is useless now that it's been sliced by Beatrix's very like precisely pointed and aimed dagger. This whole scene is a foreshadowing of like this is her first kill that we see in this movie. Let me fast forward over here because this is hard to look at. I'm sorry. Ooh, Lord. Okay. Yeah. Don't crap out on me now, video. Please. I'm almost done. Oh, Lord Jesus. Okay, cool. So Beatrix says something to Vernita in the scene that she will say later to Bill. When that scene, the end of Volume 2, she says something to Vernita. She says to like when they're talking about like where to have their duel. Beatrix says to Vernita, she says, we have unfinished business. She says that same thing to Bill later in Volume 2 when she finally gets to him, and so this is a bookend scene. Like this is one bookend. This is letting you know basically how it's going to go down with Bill when she finally gets to him. We have unfinished business. There are blades involved, edge weapons, whatever you want to call them. And there's blood. And there's a heart involved. Okay? And it has to do with femininity and the dichotomy between like femininity and masculinity and childbearing and, women fulfilling their biological function and being given, whether or not they're like free to make those choices about whether or not they want to be moms. So Beatrix's choice was taken away from her. Yeah, I know there's been a lot of talk about like pro-choice and, abortion or whatever. Okay, cool. Whatever. Like, and people feel the way they feel on either side of that issue. That's not what I'm going to discuss here. No. But it's, people say it's a matter of choice. It's a matter of choice. Vernita got to make the choice. Beatrix didn't. Her ability to make choices was taken away from her when Bill busted a cap in her crown in the chapel at Two Pines, during the massacre at Two Pines. Her choice was taken away. Her choice was taken away. Her ability to choose was taken away. She wanted to be a mother. Beatrix wanted to be a mother. She got pregnant and she said, okay, I'm pregnant and let me do this thing. Let me be a mom. But in order to be a mom, I need to get away from these people because I can't be a mom in this environment. That's not a good environment for a child. And Vernita said and thought, obviously, the exact same thing. Look at this. Here's Nikki. Nikki has disobeyed her mother. She came out of her room to see like what was going on. Nikki probably sensed that something was very wrong. She comes in and she sees this, and Beatrix taking the dagger out of Vernita's heart. All right, and then Beatrix doesn't realize right away that the kid can see her. Yeah, and she realizes, maybe not right away, but she realizes pretty quickly that the kid probably saw Beatrix throw the dagger and get her mom in the heart. And Beatrix, gives her a little speech to Nikki about, like, it was not my intention to do this in front of you, but, take my word for it, your mother had it coming. This is some raw fucking shit here, this dialogue. Your mother had it coming, right? Again, this like separate little room for the refrigerator infuriates me. And it's yellow. Cowardice. So Vernita is basically this coward, and she needs to build up this artificial life around herself with all the trappings of alleged success that, again, and trappings of success and like domestic happiness as a mom or whatever, a mom and a wife, that you can buy that happiness in a store. Again, you just have to know where to shop. And the Beatrix character, and like I said, this is a parallel. This is a bookend. So later on with the scene in volume 2 where she finally gets to Bill and her also discuss like where are they going to have their duel. Are they going to do it like on a beautiful moonlit beach or whatever? That doesn't happen. Just like this scene here, Beatrix and Vernita discuss, okay, we're not going to do this here because your kid's here. And so let's pick a place. And Vernita's like, okay, baseball diamond at like, I don't know what, like nighttime. I don't know if she said like, oh, baseball diamond, where the little league people like do their little league games and whatever, at night, or dressed all in black and whatever. Yeah, sure. Again, why did Vernita pick that location? Where the little league, I think that's where she said, where the little league like practices, or plays their little league baseball games, like, 'cause that's where she's comfortable. Vernita's picking a location where she's comfortable as like super mom, like suburban, super mom. That's where she does. She's a soccer mom. She's a baseball mom. She's a, that she has to be at every game and everything, and that's great. But being involved in your child's life is very good, but Vernita's doing it for the wrong reasons. For her, all of that mom activity is about her status and what kind of power it gives her in this setup as Dr. Bell's wife. She's no longer Vernita Green. She can't even have her real name if she wants this life. She's changed her name. Her name is Jeannie Green, right? The husband's name is what? Dr. Larry Green. Little girl's name is Nikia. So she's Jeannie Green. She's no longer Vanita. No, Jeannie Bell. Sorry. Jeannie Bell. She's no longer Vanita Green. She can't be herself and live this kind of life. That's the message. And she wants to do like the showdown with Beatrix. Her suggestion is the baseball diamond. That's where she's comfortable as like a sport mom, right? And bring in like orange slices and juice and water for the kids. That's her power. And all to advance her child's like success. And there's nothing wrong with that. But Vernita's version is like, And also the baseball diamond, if let me like watch this one more time just to make sure she said baseball diamond. Hold on for 1 second. Okay, I checked. Yes, Vernita says, let's meet at a baseball diamond at 2:30 in the morning. Dressed all in black, your hair in a black stocking, and we have us a knife fight. Okay, cool. And it's okay, baseball. Why am I concentrating on the baseball diamond? Because, that she says that's where I teach. That's where I coach Little League. Again, she's picked a location where she's familiar with it and she's comfortable with it. The baseball diamond where the Little League do their thing. Okay. There's also more. Baseball and first base, second base, third base, home run. That's a metaphor for sexual activity. So she's not just comfortable there because she's like a baseball mom. She's comfortable there because like this whole life and this whole existence that she's got going on is based on basically, she's prepared to use her child as a human shield. That's terrible. She's also probably prepared to use her own body as incentive for getting stuff done. And that's how she's lived her life. Okay, she thinks of everything and everyone, including herself, as transactional. Okay, there's always if it's not money, it doesn't have to be money that you use to pay for stuff. Yeah, especially if you're female. Yeah, I said it. The baseball diamond is a sexual metaphor. Again, I said we don't see sex in this book, but it's in this movie, but it's very heavily implied. It's very heavily implied that there is that aspect to the stuff that we see here. It's never shown, and it's never even really talked about, but it's implied through the word choices, imagery, symbolism, etc. Now, and I just watched the thing all the way through again, and Beatrix just gets done telling Nikki, okay, look, I killed your mother, didn't mean to do it in front of you, I'm sorry for that, but believe me, your mother had it coming. If when you grow up, you still feel raw about this, you come find me, I'll be waiting. Okay? And then they show this. Quentin shows you a picture of this floor with all of these multicolored little pieces of cereal strewn all over the place from the Kaboom. So the box of Kaboom cereal. I might be reaching here, but that's okay. I'm going to do it anyway because it's my channel and I get to say what I want to say as long as I'm not offending anybody. Cereal. Grain. This is what basically started off what we now call civilization. I told you about Mesopotamia. I told you about the birth of writing. Maybe I did or didn't. I don't know. If I didn't, I will tell you. I promise I'll make a video about that if I haven't already. God, I've gotten like so absent-minded and so scatterbrained. But so grain and agriculture, right? Farming is one of the things that kind of had to happen in order for civilization to happen. Religion, written communication, for the purpose of keeping records, by the way, not for doing beautiful things like literature, poetry, no, for like accounting. That's what writing was created for. And living in an organized way, that all happened or started happening because grain and farming it was a good way for them to have, at that time in history, like at least semi-predictable source of food, as opposed to hunting and gathering. Hunting and gathering, maybe it's fun in its own way, but it's a very harsh life, and you cannot rely on your food source, because your food source might kill you, or your pursuit of food might end in death if you're a hunter-gatherer. But if you're a farmer, that's like much less violent. And this cereal grain, that you see on the floor in this shot, this is also might be symbolic of not just the beginning of civilization, but like religion, and especially Christianity. Yeah, give us this day our daily bread. Bread is grain, comes from farming. Farming requires a certain like organized type of labor and societal structure and so on and so forth. Listen, again, I might be reaching, but that's how I feel. And we're seeing feet again. Okay, we're seeing feet and shoes again, and Nikki's shoes. Right? I don't know if these are probably not Nikes, but they're athletic shoes. They're white with this red stripe on the side. And what do we see here? Red soles. Again, this color is blood red. It's on the wall in that little picture, the finger painting picture. Uma's wearing this color as a tank top. The coffee cup is this color. These people like eat, sleep, live, drink, think about blood, which in the case of this movie, in many instances symbolizes death. Like, yeah, slicing somebody open and like the blood spray or splatter. But blood isn't just about death. Like, we think of it as death, but it's life. You can't have life without blood. You need blood in your veins flowing through your for life. So it can be life and death. The blood as symbolism. Anyway, and these red colors, these very blood red colors that we keep seeing here. So let's see if I can red ball it a little further. Okay, now she's left. Okay, and here's Nikki like having to just deal with this emotionally. What's just happened to her mother, what she very probably just witnessed happening to her mother, and this strange lady that just came into her house and killed her mom. Like, she's gonna, that's what they're saying, that volume 3 is possibly gonna be like the story of Nikki avenging her mom. I don't know. I just don't know. Okay, and here it is, right? I skipped forward. Beatrix is walking back to the pussy wagon. All right, look at all this sunshine. And that's another thing I wanted to point out in this scene that I've just talked about with the killing in this kitchen in this suburban greenhouse in Pasadena. Like, right, when like Uma or Beatrix kills Vernita with the dagger in the heart, you can hear the sounds from the outside. You can hear the sounds of like idyllic suburbia, those cute little birds chirping and whatever. Like, and it's kind of horrifying in its own way. Suburbia, Leave It to Beaver, shit like that. It's supposed to be this perfect little place where nothing ever goes wrong and everybody's happy and everybody's family is just together and great and everybody gets along and the sun is shining and the birds are chirping and there's beautiful flowers. No. Suburbia is built on the backs of exploitation, misery, like I said, like rampant, violent consumerism, a love of money. Like I said, these people who live in this place, like Vernita, they believe, and I've said it a couple of times, I'm going to say it again, they believe that you can buy happiness, you just have to know where to shop. Okay? That's what these people believe, and that's just not true. It's never been true, it's never going to be true. You can't buy happiness. Happiness comes from within. And maybe this Beatrix character realizes that, and, her journey has led her to some great truths that the other members of the Deadly Viper Assassination Squad, including Bill, are not aware of because they don't have what it takes to be aware of these things. Like, I'll get into it later, I'll talk about it later, but there's this code of conduct that maybe not like the rest of these vipers have. And by the way, snakes are phallic symbols. Phallic means ding-a-ling, and he's given these snake names to women, and women don't have ding-a-lings. So, like, what the hell's going on with that? Why is he trying? In order to make them deadly, he has to make them like men? Is that what we're talking about here? Is that what's going on here? I just don't know what to think. But I do have an idea. I do have some idea. So, yeah, Beatrix has done her thing. She's dealt with, where's the fandom thing? Wait, hold on. Lord, never mind. Wait, yeah, volume 1, chapter 1. Okay, fine, chapter 1. I wish I could find the damn thing again. I lost it. Shit. Hold on. I'm just in the great mood today, ain't I, people? I'm just, that comment. It was 8 days ago, but I said next time I make another video, I'm gonna mention that shit. No, you cannot. Just come up onto my channel and just like, say whatever the fuck you want. And YouTube has erased that comment already. I saw it in my email. I saw it for like a couple of minutes on the thing, and then it was gone. Like YouTube, the censorship. But like, sometimes it's okay, because he didn't need to say that. Yeah, it was a he, allegedly. Anyway, never mind. Where was I going with this and why? She's walking away from this. She's walking away from this. She's killed it. She's killed this kind of horrifying, false happiness in suburbia. She killed it and she walked away from it. And she's going to get in the pussy wagon, right? And drive off. So what I was going to try and say is, she dealt with number 2. Number 2 has been dealt with, Vernita Green. Now, in the other chapters, now after the next time. Hold on for 1 second. Hold on. Okay, there it is. I wanted to show you this. Okay, so I did 2. This is the first video of the one that I'm going to do about Kill Bill. And next time I'm going to do the Blood Splattered Bride. That's chapter 2. Okay. I don't even know what to expect with that one, but I've gotten through with this. And we've got Beatrix walking away, getting into the pussy wagon, and she's going to drive on off. Okay, she's going to drive on off, and yeah, she is crossing. Look at this. She's already dealt with O-Ren Ishii. Now she's crossing Vernita off the list. That's it. She's two down, like 3 more to go. And the pussy wagon, there it goes. So, pussy wagon's yellow too. Interesting, no? Interesting. Yeah. Color. And if he's color coding this movie, green is envy, yellow is cowardice. So, yeah, that's what we got going on here. This chapter 1 has been completed, and I think I've said a lot of what I wanted to say. I don't know. I probably missed something. I might do little coffee breaks about Kill Bill just to like not cover up, but like tie up loose ends. In the future, just like I do my coffee breaks for The Shining. Okay, so we're going to talk about this next time. I forgot what the Blood Splattered Bride chapter was about. And it gives more insight into Beatrix's character. That's what the Blood Splattered Bride was about, I think, if I remember correctly. So you guys, people, viewers and listeners, I've given you over 2 hours of me babbling. And, if you like it, you're still here. If you don't like it, that's fine. You don't have to like it. Just don't leave me ridiculous comments about telling me to prepare a script. No, go make your own videos if you think you can do it better. You probably can. Just get off your ass and do it. And leave me the fuck alone. All right? That's all I ask. I'm not gonna tolerate fucking bullshit. No, YouTube won't tolerate bullshit because they got rid of that comment. I can't see it. But anyway, so my next video, maybe I'll do a coffee break. And Senor Boxy, yes, I saw your comment, and I'm, gonna do a Shining video soon. I guess it'll be part 8 of my Understanding the Shining series. So coffee break, Shining, maybe do one about, what did I say I was gonna do? About ancient Mesopotamia or Egypt or something like that. Talking about like the Inanna, if I haven't already. If I've already done one, I'll put it in the suggested links thing for the video. I don't know. But you guys, once again, I'm going to say it again. Thank you so much for subscribing if you're a subscriber. Thank you for, if you're a returning viewer, thank you for returning. If you're new, thank you for being new. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the video if you know somebody who would enjoy this shit. Okay? And don't forget, I got sponsors. Well, not really, but check them out if you're interested in any of these books. Right? Yes. And until next time, viewers and listeners, until next time, when I find yet another reason to talk at you, and to talk probably crazy, I thank you again, and I'm gonna go ahead and bid you bye-bye. So, bye-bye, everybody.